Hi, everyone. How are you? Thank you for joining me today. I'm just going to wait a few minutes for everyone to log on to the webinar. If you're already on, please go ahead and tap in the chat, type in the chat rather, where you're from, where you're joining us from. I'm live in Vancouver, but I know we have a lot of people on this webinar from the UK, from the United States, from all parts of the world. So I'm very excited to be hanging out with you today, this morning. So if you're on and you're joining us, please go ahead and say hello in the chat and let me know where you are listening from. Where you're joining us from. I was just going to say I'm not a techie person, but then that would be going against the law of attraction, which is what I'm teaching you today. So I'm going to say I am in the process of becoming techie. So bear with me. This is probably the third webinar I've done live, so bear with me. I'm in the process of becoming techie. I'm in the process of becoming a live webinar expert. So thank you for joining me, everyone. I'm just going to check again to see that we're live on the page. Becoming techie. So bear with me. This is probably the let's and then we can start. There we go. Okay. Let me just add my Dia to reality, and there we go. All right, we are live. I hope we're live. Okay, let's get right into it. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being with me today, and welcome to Idea to Reality. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Maria Kritikos, and I am the founder of the Ladies Who Lunch Network, or LWL, as we like to call it, Life Without Limits. Today we're going to be talking about the law of attraction, one of my favorite topics, and something that has helped me get to where I am today. So I'm so excited to be doing this live webinar. As I said, it's one of the first live that I've done, and I hope I'm doing it correctly, so I hope you can all hear me. At any time, go ahead and type anything you like into the chat, say hello, let me know where you're from. As I said, we have people from all over the world, which is amazing. We have many guests today listening from the UK, so hello everyone from the UK, Canada, of course, the United States, and I'm not sure where from where else, but there are a lot of people on the webinar, so thank you for being with us today. Today, I'm going to teach you how to manifest really anything that you desire using a very easy 3-step formula that has helped me and I know will help you as well. So I hope you find this webinar useful. I'm pretty sure that you will. I spent a lot of time on the content to be able to help you. And I have a feeling by the end of this webinar, you are going to be able to apply some of the techniques that I'm going to teach you today. So that's going to be a lot of fun and very useful. So I'd love for you all to stay till the end of the webinar. Really, it's not going to be very long. I think it's going to be probably 45 minutes to an hour max. And I have a very special offer for you at the end. So let's get started. How many of you today listening have used words like synchronicity or serendipity or, oh my God, that was fate or karma, or that just felt like it was meant to be, or everything just fell into place? Or it might not be you, but we do have a lot of people like this in our lives that are very negative, and for some reason they keep attracting negative things into their life over and over and over again. We all have people like this, unfortunately. Did you know that both of these scenarios are because of the law of attraction? So like I said, over the next 45 minutes today, I'm going to help you understand why some people keep attracting negative things into their life, but really, more importantly, I want to teach you today how to start attracting what it is that you do want. So if you're in the chat, go ahead and type yes if you want to know how to start attracting what it is that you do want. So I've been using the law of attraction very actively, I would say probably for the last 2 years, with the creation of the Ladies Who Lunch Network. Really to bring it from nothing, really to bring it from an idea in my head, and make it into what it is today. So I want to teach you to do the same. I want to teach you to turn any idea that you have into a reality, whether it be in your personal life or in your business life, and really get whatever it is that you want. So who am I? Who am I? For those of you, excuse me, that don't know me, who am I and why am I qualified to teach you the law of attraction? Well, besides being a mommy, which is my number one job and my priority and my pride and joy, this is my little guy. His name is Andrew, and we're doing a photo shoot here called Jump for Joy. One of the members of our network runs this amazing project called Jump for Joy, and this was our photo shoot from a few months ago. He's 9. He's my pride and joy. I'm also a real estate agent. I've been selling real estate actively for the last 10 years. And of course, I'm the founder of the Ladies Who Lunch Network, which is really a movement to inspire women to live their dream. So I'm also a certified law of attraction facilitator, really. And this is the most important part because I know how to teach you to apply the law of attraction in your personal and business life to really achieve whatever it is that you dream possible, which again is the motto of the network, Ladies Who Lunch, which also stands for Life Without Limits. So here I am at one of the Ladies Who Lunch events here in Vancouver. I turned my dream into reality with the creation of the network, and now I love teaching other people to do the same. It's really what I'm passionate about, what I'm most passionate about. So again, for those of you that don't know me, I'd like to tell you a little bit about me and my story, my background. I am a high school teacher. I used to be a high school teacher. I taught French and Spanish. And I left the teaching profession and I took a risk. I had a very secure job, but I always had an entrepreneurial bug. And I left the teaching profession to start a school. I was 28 at the time. And later, after the school, I started a teacher training center with my sister Joanna, which many of you know through the Ladies Who Lunch Network. She's also the founder of Inspiration Mecca, which is an online publication, and she was also inspired by the network to create this. So I'm very proud of her. To make a very long story short, I got married. I got my real estate license. Why? Because I wanted more flexibility, because I wanted to spend more time with my son. And there's my little guy right there again. So I was married for 5 years, and unfortunately that ended very suddenly. It's not, something that you expect sometimes, and these things happen. And I went from living a very opulent lifestyle and being very comfortable really to doing a complete 360 and being homeless really, and having to sleep on my mom's couch, God bless her, and of course being a single mom with my son in tow. So it was a very trying time for me, but I'm telling you a little bit about this story. Obviously, I'm leaving a lot out, but I want to tell you this story because I want you to understand that you are not your circumstances, and you should not be defined by your circumstances. And I want you to know that anything is possible, because I'm no longer in that situation. Obviously, that was a few years ago, and not that long ago, actually. But I picked myself up and I really built the Ladies Who Lunch Network with nothing but a dream, nothing but an idea, a vision, a passion to really change my situation. And now I want to teach other women to do the same. I want to teach them to bring their ideas into reality. And today I want to teach you how to do that with the law of attraction. So I always say every morning you have two choices. Like, every morning is a fresh start. Every morning is an opportunity to forget about what happened in the past, forget about what happened yesterday. And really, you have a choice. Like, today is a gift. Today is a new day. And I say, I love this quote: you can continue to sleep with your dreams, or you can wake up and chase them. And Hang Out with Maria, just as an aside, is my hangout show, hangoutwithmaria.com. We talk about business, inspiration, women making a difference. So if anyone listening has time later on, maybe you can check that out, hangoutwithmaria.com. But really, my mission in life is to teach women not to be held back by limiting beliefs, and to stop living a life of excuses. And what do I mean by that, really? It's like, when I meet someone and I ask them, are you living your dream? Like, everyone has a dream. And when I say, are you living your dream? And most people will say, well, not really, no. And then I always ask why. And they say, whatever comes after that is the excuse, and it's the limiting belief. So they'll say, well, because I don't really have the time right now to dedicate to my dream. Well, unfortunately, you do have the time. We all have 24 hours in a day. It's just about priorities and allocating your time. And that's another, maybe that's another webinar. But anyways, really, I want to teach women to not be defined by their circumstances. You can rise above them, just like I did. So I'm a testament to what I preach. And I want them to know, I want you to know that you can create whatever life that you dream possible for yourself. And most importantly, not to rely on other people for your happiness, your financial prosperity, etc. So basically, I teach women how to stand on their own 2 feet and really do it fearlessly and fabulously. So I've employed the law of attraction, and I want to help you do the same today. So let's get started. What is this law of attraction? I'm sure you've heard of it before. I'm sure you've heard of the books like The Secret, and there's lots of books out there, lots of videos about the law of attraction. But let's really focus on what it is, and I would like to give you the definition. So if you have a pen and paper, go ahead and take as many notes as you like. And as I said, you can go ahead and type in the chat, but I won't be able to get to your questions until after the webinar. So feel free to go ahead and type your questions. But as I said, I will hold all the questions until the end, and I will try to answer as many of them as I can. So here's the definition of the law of attraction. The law of attraction really states this: I attract to myself, my life, and my business whatever I give my attention, energy, and focus to. Well, that's pretty easy. So all I have to do is give it attention, energy, and focus? Well, yes. However, the rest of the sentence is whether positive or negative. And this is the key here, whether positive or negative. And you'll understand what I mean by that as we go on. How does the law of attraction work? Well, I'm sure we've all used the word vibe. We use the word vibe to describe what we call a mood or a feeling. So when I say, for example, ooh, feels like there's a negative vibe in here. Well, there's definitely not a negative vibe on this webinar. I can feel the energy is very high. Or maybe sometimes we meet someone and we say, wow, she's very positive. She's putting out a very positive vibe. I'm sure we've all said that before. And basically, a vibe is a mood or a feeling. Vibe comes from the longer word vibration. And really, there are only two kinds of vibrations. It's positive, they are positive or negative. That's really it. You can either feel good or you can feel bad. And guess what? It's a choice, it's a conscious choice. So let's talk about some moods or feelings that cause you to send a negative vibe. And you guys can go ahead and type it in the chat. I have, for example, when I'm angry, when I'm fearful, when I hate something, when I don't like something, when I feel shameful, when I feel guilty, that's when I'm sending out the negative vibe. I'm not doing it on purpose, but that's what's happening. So now let's go ahead and brainstorm some words that would create a positive vibe. So I have, for example, joy, when I'm feeling joy, when I'm feeling excited about something, when I'm feeling passionate about something, when I'm feeling happy about something. This all causes me to emit a positive vibe. So you're saying, okay, Maria, what's the big deal, right? So I'm sending a vibe. Well, here's the big deal. Law of attraction is here with us right now. It's here on this hangout. It's here in this room with me right now. I mean, I wish I could grab it, put it in a little dish for you and say, here, I got it. Here's the law of attraction. I can't prove it, but I know that it exists. And why do I know this? Because I've been using it and I've been seeing the results. And I promise you, if you start doing what I'm going to teach you on this hangout today, you will see results. I promise you. So let's go to the job description for the law of attraction. I'm going to give you a job description. For example, for me as the CEO of the company of Ladies Who Lunch, I have a lot of job duties. It's like I have to hire people, I have to plan events, I have to do seminars, I do webinars. There's so many things that my job description entails. But here's the job description for the law of attraction. It's only 2 words long. That's it. 2 words. And the job description for the law of attraction is this: match vibrations. That's it. That is, what an easy job description, hey? That's a pretty easy job description. All that the law of attraction has to do is match vibrations. That's all that it does. It just matches the vibrations that you are sending out. And again, I didn't create the law, I'm just teaching it. You know, if it was Maria's law of attraction, it would be match only positive vibrations. But unfortunately, it's not like that. So many of us understand the concept of like, when I'm feeling positive, I'm attracting positive things to me. But then what happened, like, what about those negative things that happened to me? Like, why was I attracting those? And I didn't understand that for a very long time, you know? I really didn't get it, but I understand it now. Whatever we put out, we get back. That's the law and that's the rule. It will always be that way. So again, the description for the law of attraction is only 2 words: match vibrations. Even the negative ones? Yes, absolutely. Even the negative ones. The law of attraction does not have a brain. It does not make decisions. It's just what we call a matcher. So this is probably the most important sentence of the whole webinar. If you want to make a note of it, please do, and always remember this. At every moment, I'm sending a negative or positive vibration. And at every moment, the law of attraction is responding to my vibration and giving me more of the same, whether positive or negative. Well, you might say to me, okay, that's really great, Maria, but you know what? I didn't want to attract the client that canceled on me. So here's what I'd like to do. I want to explain now the relationship between the words that we use and the results that we are getting. So for those of you that are very visual, let's pretend, well, we have 4 boxes in front of us. So the first box is a box of words. And I'm just going to pretend that I have a dictionary in my hand. And I do this in my live workshops. And I shake the dictionary upside down. And all the words from the dictionary fall into the first word box. So now I have a box of words. And I'm going to pull out some words. I'm going to reach inside the box of words, and I'm going to pull out some words. I'm going to string them together so they form a thought. So the next box is thought. So now I have a box of thoughts. What do? I pull inside, I reach inside the box of thoughts, I pull out the thoughts, I string them together, and it causes me to send out a vibe. So whatever it is that I'm thinking about is causing me to send out a vibe, whether I know it or not, whether I'm aware of it or not. So now in box number 3, we have a box of vibes. So I'm going to pull out a vibe. And how do I know if it's a negative or positive vibe? It's really easy. It's really easy. I can always tell by how I'm feeling. That's your barometer. That's how you know whether you're in a positive vibe or a negative vibe. It's always by how you're feeling. So let's say I've pulled out a negative vibe. I'm feeling really negative. I'm thinking, why am I feeling like this? Well, this is where we go backwards. I had a negative vibe because I had a negative thought. And why did I have a negative thought? Very simply because I used a negative word. Okay, so we're back in the vibe box. When I have a negative vibe, what is the law of attraction doing to it? It's matching it. It's matching it. So in box number 4, I'm getting my end result. And there's only 2 kinds of results that you can get, positive or negative. So I promise you today, there are 3 words that are causing you, maybe not you, but people you know, to really attract negative things to you. Wouldn't it be great if these words were foreign, we didn't know what they were and we never used them? Well, unfortunately, according to statistics, we use these words 300 times before noon. That's not very good. So I'm going to say them out loud and I want you to write them down. These words, the 3 words that are causing you to attract negative things into your life are don't, not, and no. Don't, not, and no. Each time I use the word don't, not, no, I give attention to what I didn't want to give attention to. And I go into more detail about this in Idea to Reality, but this is a very important concept to understand. So let me give you an example. If I say, oh, I don't want my clients to cancel, I don't want my clients to cancel. What thoughts am I having? I'm having thoughts about canceling clients. So when I have a thought about a canceling client, that's the vibe that I'm sending. I'm sending that canceling client vibe, that like the insecurity vibe, the fearful vibe. So it's causing me to have thoughts of canceling clients. Well, what are the results? Easy, canceling clients. So we always have to remember that the results that we get are matching the vibes that we put out because of the thoughts that we're having. And finally, we can always trace it back to the words that we are using. So people, you have to be very, very, very conscious of the words that you are using. Very, very important. So I have a solution for you. Say yes if you like solutions. Go ahead and type in the chat box. Yes, I love solutions. Say hello to my vibe reset button. This is a vibe reset button. And I'm going to teach you today. Well, let me tell you first, what is a vibe reset? When something breaks down in my house, I don't know how to fix it. All I'm doing is looking for the vibe reset. And when I see this reset button, I know that it's going to be fixed. All right. So I'm going to explain to you how you can reset your results. Say yes if you would like to reset those negative results. I certainly would. So I was very excited when I first learned about this. If I want to reset my results, I need to reset my vibe. And if I want to reset my vibe, I need to reset my thoughts. And if I need to reset my thoughts, I need to reset my words. So here is the reset sentence. You must remember this sentence forever. I promise. If there's one thing that I want you to walk away from this webinar with is Keep asking yourself this question on a daily basis. So there are 3 words that are causing you to attract the negative things, which we learned about: don't, not, and no. So here is the reset sentence. Every time that you catch yourself using those words, don't, like, oh, I don't have the experience. I don't have the knowledge. Oh, no, I'm not smart enough. I don't think I can do that. I'm not good at that. I'm not technical. I'm not this. Whatever it is, you're going to hear my voice in your head, I promise. And you're going to hear me saying, so what do you want? Or you can ask yourself, okay, what do I want? This is very important. It's the reset sentence. So what do I want? So for example, I might say during the day, well, I don't want my clients to cancel. Wait a minute, you're going to hear my voice in your head that's saying, no, okay, what do I want? Well, I would like for them to keep their appointments. Or I might say, I don't want to play phone tag with this person. Nope, that's not it. What do I want? Okay, I would like to connect with them. So basically, when the words change, the vibe changes, and then the results change. The only way to get a different result is to send a different vibe. That's it. It's that simple. So if you want to take notes again, let's do a small recap of what we've learned so far. So at every moment, including right now, right at this very moment, everyone has a mood or feeling. And that mood or feeling is causing you to send off or emit a vibe. And how many kinds of vibes are there? 2. They are positive or negative. And when are we sending a positive or negative vibe? Right now, at this very moment. And the law of attraction does one thing. It matches it. That's it. So again, we learned that the words we use form the thoughts we think, and the thoughts we think cause us to send the matching vibration, which causes us to get our end results. Again, 2 kinds of results, positive or negative. If we don't like the results that we're getting, we can use our reset button. So to reset our results, we need to reset our vibes. To reset our vibes, we need to reset our thoughts. And to reset our thoughts, we need to reset our words. So the 3 words again, everyone, that are causing you to attract negative things: don't, not, and no. And when you catch yourself saying these words, and I promise you, you're going to throughout the day, because I do as well. The difference is that when I catch myself saying those things, immediately I'm aware of it, and then I change my words, and I always ask myself, okay, fine, what do I want? So when you catch yourself using don't, not, and no, and you will hear my voice in your head probably throughout the day, I want you to ask yourself, so what do I want? When you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words will change. And when the words change, your thoughts will change automatically, which will cause your vibes to change. And like we said, there's only one vibe that you can have at any given time. So what we've learned so far is that law of attraction is working all the time, whether we know it or not, and whether we like it or not. But here's the good news, and this is what I promised you today. We can tap into the law of attraction deliberately. That's why it's called deliberate attraction, right? And like I promised today, I'm going to teach you the 3-step formula to help you attract whatever it is that you want to attract. So whoever's listening today, go ahead and type into the chat what it is that you would like to attract. Don't be shy. You can say my ideal boyfriend, my ideal girlfriend, my ideal car, my ideal home, my dream job, whatever it is that you want to attract, go ahead and type it into the chat. And I'm going to teach you the formula. And the good news is a formula never expires, so you can use it over and over and over again. So basically, in order to use the law of attraction to get whatever you want, whether in your personal or business life, the first thing we have to do is stop attracting those negative things. So I taught you the 3 words to avoid using. I also taught you the reset button and the reset sentence, rather. So over the next few days, I promise you, you are going to start to notice subtle differences in your language and what you're attracting. And I'd love to hear feedback, and please let me know how it goes. But here's the thing. How do you now start attracting what it is that you do want? Now you're really ready to start attracting all the good stuff into your life, right? So how do you turn your ideas into reality? How do you find that partner that never seems to show up, or you're always getting what you don't want? Well, I'm going to teach you today. Like I promised, there is a formula. I love formulas because they never expire. It's a 3-step formula. In my training Idea to Reality, it's an online course where we will dive deeper into the training. There's a 10-page workbook. We take all the 3 steps and we really pick them apart in detail. And if you take the training, I want you to come to the training with whatever it is that you want to attract into your life, whether it's more money, an ideal boyfriend, your perfect job interview, turning that business idea into reality, really whatever it is that you want to attract, and I will show you how with my 3-step formula. All the information on Idea to Reality is on the page that we're on right now. So feel free to scroll down and get more information on the course. But for now, I'm going to teach you the 3 steps to getting closer to your vision. So step number 1, and please go ahead and take notes. Step number 1 is to identify your desire. In the online course, Idea to Reality, there's a worksheet that we do that really helps you identify what you want. I would probably say in about 7 to 10 minutes. And 7 to 10 minutes is a pretty good time to figure out what it is that you want. It takes some people a lifetime. And you know what? Some people are just not used to being asked what it is that you want. I mean, we live in a culture where we're so used to complaining about things and telling people what we don't want. But very rarely do people ask us what we want. Next time you're with a friend, and you know the one I mean, that's always complaining about stuff like, oh, I don't have this and I don't have that. And don't tell him or her anything about the law of attraction. Just really say to him or her, okay, can I ask you a question? What is it that you do want? And see what happens. Step number 2, to get closer to what you want, is give your desire attention. You need to give your desire attention. You need to send the vibe. You need to write what we call a desire statement. It's a statement about your desire. When you read it, when you write about it, it causes you to send out the vibe. So what are the words that you're using? What are the thoughts? What are the vibes? And in the course Idea to Reality, I teach you how to do that deliberately. But really, giving your desire attention can be anything. Thinking about it, talking about it, putting up a vision board, thinking about it, etc. So number 1, what do I want? Number 2, give my desire attention. And number 3, and you're thinking, what? There's a number 3? I mean, I think I've done everything. I've talked about it. I've wanted it really bad. I've thought about it. I've pretended what it would be like to have it. I've visualized. We've all done that. I've done it myself too. And sometimes the thing that we want doesn't arrive. So what happens now? Well, this is it. We are missing the most important step in the formula, and that is step number 3. Step number 3 is allowing. It takes about an hour to teach it properly. It is the most important step in the formula. And in the online training Idea to Reality, I give you the tools to better understand this step, because really without it, nothing is going to happen. I promise you. And this is the hardest step for me. For me, step number 1 is pretty easy. Step number 2 is also pretty easy, but step 3, allowing, is really the hardest part. And that's a lot of people have difficulty with this one, but it is the most important step. And it's really the most crucial step to turning your ideas into manifestations, to turning your visions into reality, your ideas into reality. I give an example about when you order pizza. You know what you want, right? You place the order, but what's happening with a lot of us is we're not letting the pizza driver, as I say, in the door. So we're ordering, but stuff through the law of attraction, but we're not letting it in the door. So I'm guilty of this too, but I'm getting better at it every day. So in the course Idea to Reality, I have a 10-page worksheet and process, again, to teach you all the 3 steps in detail, because it is a formula. And the best thing about it is you can do it over and over again. You can use it to attract whatever it is you want. I've used it to attract my ideal partner. I've used it to attract my ideal business venture, whatever it is. So here is my offer to everyone that has been on the webinar with us today. And I'm so thankful that you spent this time with me. For those of you that want to learn the 3-step formula in detail, so that you can attract situations, people, things deliberately, please join me for my course, Idea to Reality. You can go to the website, ideatorealitycourse.com, or just stay on this page. All the information is here. But as promised, I have an exclusive offer for just the participants of this live webinar. So whoever is on with us right now, I thank you so much for being on with us. I hope that you enjoyed the webinar, and I'm going to offer a one-on-one 45-minute consultation via telephone or Skype to the first 10 people that are going to register for Idea to Reality. So for the first 10 people, live only on this webinar, I would love to talk to you. I know that I can help you. I want you to tell me what your idea is, and I will help you, give you advice on how to turn it into reality. So we can talk about anything that you want, and I'm only offering it, as my time is very limited, to the first 10 people that sign up live on this webinar. So how is Idea to Reality delivered? It's really like this. It's a Google Hangout. That means you can watch it in your pajamas. You can watch it over and over again. And it is an online course. So the cost of the program is $297. And here is what you get. This course is really going to help you reset your vibe. You're going to learn in detail the 3-step formula. Of course, today we just skimmed over it, but each day in the course, we go into greater detail on the 3 steps. It is a 4-part training. Again, you can attend from the comfort of your own home. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. The class is recorded. And the great thing about that is that you can go back and listen to it as many times as you want, take as many notes as you want. If you miss something, you can always go back. The other great thing is that we have a private Google Plus community, which is an online group where you can ask me anything that you want about the law of attraction. If you have any questions, we share success stories with other members and past students, rather, that have taken Idea to Reality. So it is also a great place for you to network with other like-minded individuals. And then finally, again, for the live attendees, I'm offering a free one-on-one consultation via phone or Skype with me. So everyone, it has been a pleasure teaching you this today on this webinar. And for more information, of course, ideatorealitycourse.com, or just stay on the page where you're at. The information is the same. So as I promised, I would like to get to some Q&As, if there are any, of course. And if you have any questions about the course or you want to ask me anything. Maybe you want to ask me about the Ladies Who Lunch Network, or more stuff about the law of attraction, or really anything that you want, please go ahead and type it into the chat, and I will try my best to get to all the questions. So let's see where we're at. Hello. Okay, let's see, reconnect. Ooh, there's a lot of questions. Yes, money, abundance. I would like to attract money and abundance. Awesome. Rent. Yes, that would be good. I would like my home listings to sell. Oh, I love it. I'm a real estate agent too. So basically, just keep focusing on that. Keep focusing on the house selling. Keep focusing on visualize exactly that right client coming into the house, putting in the offer, having the offer accepted. So just keep visualizing that and thanking the universe for that happening. So don't focus on, oh no, I have no clients for this house, or this house is never going to sell. No, what do you want? You want the house to sell. So just keep picturing that and keep visualizing that. Awesome. All right, everyone. It doesn't seem that we have any questions right now. And so I'm just going to wrap up the webinar. Again, thank you so much for being with me. It's always a pleasure teaching the law of attraction, and I hope that you've learned a lot today. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's maria@ladieswholunchnetwork.com, and I hope to see you in Idea to Reality. Have a great day. Bye now.